Let's go. I think this is them. I think this is them on the moon. Happy Sunday. I just did a bunch of new settings on my streaming thing here in preparation for my thing tomorrow. So I'm gonna happy Sunday. I just did a bunch of new settings on my streaming thing here. Okay, so we're good. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyways, happy Sunday. How's it going? Lose the headphones here. Left the house this week, baby. But I think this week I'm just gonna walk through my post like normal first. But first I'll tell you one story, which is what happened last night. And I'm drinking tons of water throughout the day. I'm drinking tons of tea, especially before bed, because I'm trying to drink less coffee and I have no Zins or any kind of drugs or like anything. So I'm just like drinking tea and chewing on toothpicks all day. But so I'm peeing a lot at night. I'll probably pee 2 times, 3 times. Anyway, so I go to pee last night and something's happening here. Go to pee last night and it's raining really hard. I can hear, because like the windows are like basically open, you know. So I was like, oh damn, it's raining super hard. Interesting. And then I get up way later to pee and it's still raining really hard, like exactly the same. And I was like, damn, like it's really, usually doesn't rain that long. So I thought that was weird. Didn't think that much of it though. Anyways, get up in the morning, still raining like cats and dogs. And I was like, how is it still raining? So I went out to do my stretch and I was like, I wonder how wet the deck is because the rain like splashes on the deck. Go out to do my morning stretches and it's dry. And I go, why is it dry? And so then I go back in the bathroom and it's raining. I can hear it's raining. So I'm like, is it only raining out in the back? What's going on? I open the door and I can see the water pouring it down. Well, dude, up the hill, there's like a wall on the road and where the pipes go is exposed. And my guess is, since it was Saturday night, the drunk guy was going up the road in his bike and went in the thing, because it's like right on the road where the pipes are. Hold on, this is freaking tripping out. Anyways, I think he went in the hole with his bike and freaking hit the pipe. And so, whoa, something just happened here. Sorry, I'm having a couple difficulties, but we're gonna get back on track here. Okay. Having a problem. See here. Sorry, 1 second. I knew this would probably happen. My iPad is tripping balls. Okay, let's try to connect here. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, so he hit the pipe and the water is freaking spraying everywhere. Are we good? Who is that? The Wonderneath. It's me. It's Danny Suede. What's up, dude? Man, why is this tripping balls? This is crazy. Anyway, so literally water was spraying so much. So here, I'll freaking show you. And I sent a picture to my lady, my host lady, and she was like, oh no. And I was like, oh shit. And so this is the pipe. So you could see how like a drunk dude, or maybe he wasn't drunk. I imagine Saturday night someone drunk was going up the road and just went into that ditch and yeeted the pole. So like water was just pouring down the stairs all over the house because it was spraying over the fence into my house, down onto the roof and shit. And so that was kind of funny, I guess. Anyways, because I was so confused. I was like, I could hear it raining, and I was like, why? Tita. Tapatio, what's up? Hey guys. Yeah, so anyways, I thought it was raining all night, but it wasn't. There was just a broken pipe. But it looks like they've fixed it at this point, so that was kind of funny. But yeah. Okay. Here's what we got. Check this out. We'll go to my update. I'm releasing a new video today. It's a mindset template. So when I did my 4 pillars of mental health video, right? One of the pillars is mindset, like your mindset. And so I have this template that I go every day as part of my morning routine. I read through it. So I made it into a Notion template, which I'll show you here. And you can download it and fill it out, or you could just probably copy and paste it into like a notes app. and do it, but I basically walk through it, how to fill it out and like how I use it and stuff like that. Yo, Wesley, what's up, dog? How's it going, G? Shout out, Wesley. So check this out. We'll go, if I can even find it, mindset. Here we go. Okay, so here is it. This is the template, which you can download, but this is mine. So I walk through it in the video, but I have just like gratitude, reminders, reframes, identity statements about who I want to be and who I don't want to be, etc. So it's like this cool template, and it's been very beneficial to me because I read it every day to remind me, and I change it as I go. But in the section that's like I'm a person who reads 5 times a week. I don't miss 2 days in a row of working out, etc. I have all these identity statements, and when I started it, a lot of the identity statements weren't true. Like I didn't read 5 times a day, or I wouldn't do this or that. But after reading it every day, I'm a person who does this. I'm a person who doesn't do this. Every day, focusing on it and like keeping it top of mind, more of it started to come true. So it's been just a really useful thing for me. So this is like a video walkthrough of the template, and you can download it and everything. So that's like a new video from me this week. And then we'll go to what I'm wondering about. What makes shelf-stable milk stable? This is interesting. Apparently, it's just ultra high pasteurization temperature for a very short amount of time. So they just basically boil the milk to kill everything. And then this is it. And then they have a special packaging, which according to the internet isn't unhealthy chemical leaching packaging. I don't know if I believe it, but they said it is. So you don't need to refrigerate it until you open it because there's just nothing in there that can grow bad shit. So anyways, the fridge, I don't use the fridge here. It's not plugged in. So I have this. So I just get a bunch of these and I drink one per day. It's like 40 grams of protein. I eat like one giant meal that's like 4 meals. And then I drink one of these a day. And I think I'm getting more swole. I've been doing my kettlebell workouts every day. And I think I'm maybe getting bigger muscles. We'll see by the end of the month. But I was curious. I'm like, how do you not need to refrigerate the milk? But I guess they just nuke it. So maybe not quite as healthy. What is Vienna by Billy Joel about? This is crazy. I've been listening to this. Slow down, you crazy child. And it's like, I always thought I was talking to a chick for some reason, like a girl or his daughter or someone that's like this young, crazy person that's like chomping at the bit to do life and rip it and everything. Well, dude, he's talking to himself. And I was like, oh my goodness. I read the lyrics and everything, and I go, man, I just identify with it so much, and it just made me like the song so much more. Telling himself to just slow down and enjoy the journey. Taking life at a more measured pace, reminding us that we don't need to achieve everything while we're young and that there's value and purpose in every stage of life. Wow, just really was encouraging to me because I need that. It's like, oh, I related to it so much. I'm like, that's me. So when I figured that out, that was good to figure out. What new Rihanna song did John Bellion write? Dude, I didn't really like this. It's this Smurf song. Friend of Mine. It's really weird. I was surprised because I like pretty much everything John Bellion does, which we'll get to more John Bellion, but didn't really like it that much. But anyways, this is kind of fucked. How many people could fit in the biggest Auschwitz gas chamber? So this is the thing. Well, okay, let's look at the answer real quick. So I think it was like 2,000 people. And I embarrassingly don't know that much about World War II and the Nazis and all this. 2,000 people at once in the biggest one. So that's really a lot. And here's the thing. You go online and you see, obviously with Israel-Palestine right now, there's all these conspiracy theories about Jews and all this. And I saw a debate, and the Holocaust came up, and one of the dudes in the debate was a freaking Holocaust denier. And so he was saying some of these points about like, well, if they killed 6 million people, where do the bodies go? And it's like I guess it's a common criticism, because there's only so many spots in the crematorium, and there's this whole argument about it, right? Where how did they get rid of 6 million bodies if they could only cremate this many, blah, 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 etc. So I was just curious. I was going down the rabbit hole, and I'm like, okay, how many would they have had to cremate, and how many did they kill? And just going down this rabbit hole, and apparently a lot of them at the peak of Auschwitz, which is honestly insane to think about this, really. It's very sad, but they were murdering 12,000 people per day when it was at the highest amount it was, which is bananas. And apparently with the crematoriums and stuff, they could only get rid of 6,000 bodies per day. So they did a bunch of open air burning, right? And so apparently there's tons of eyewitness of this and tons of testimony of guards and people that were at Auschwitz and whatever, that this is true and this is how they got rid of all the bodies. But man, it was just really sad going down the rabbit hole and like looking at the gas chambers and like looking at all that. And I was just like, oh my goodness. And it kind of made me want to go to Auschwitz or like go to Germany and like see some of that stuff. And I was like looking into Anne Frank and all that and just kind of going down a rabbit hole. It was very sad and like very, history's crazy. It just seems freaking crazy they would do that shit. I just can't believe it. It's insane. And very sad. But anyway, so I was going down a freaking giant rabbit hole of that and kind of learning about that because I don't know how many people I thought they were killing in Auschwitz per day, but it wasn't 12,000 per day. That's not what I thought. That is like unfathomable, honestly. That's freaking bananas. It's not good. Yikes. What savageness. Okay, anyways, that took a dark turn. But anyways, here we go. What I'm watching, this John Bellion interview. Rob, I don't know if you're still watching, but as a dad, this is really cool. This dude's albums for dads. And it's, I don't know if you know John Bellion, but he's a freaking gangster. He's super sick. And his new album's called Father Figure. He has 3 boys. And he just talks about how he feels like the culture lied to him about being a dad and how he has to navigate it and etc. It's really cool. These interviews are really cool. And the album is freaking awesome. I should share it here. This is John Bellion, but his album just came out. He's got some real bangers, really cool music. I think he's one of the greatest artists of our time because he wrote some of the biggest songs of the past, 5 years, right? Some of the biggest hits like Maroon 5, like cheers to the ones that we love, cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. That Memories, he wrote that. He wrote a bunch of Justin Bieber's new hits like Ghost, and he wrote just a million banger hits. Like he's a prolific songwriter. His artistry is amazing. He's a really cool dude. He's a Christian dude. And I don't know, I think you might like it. As a dad, it might be cool to listen to the album because honestly, I think the music's cool, but it just obviously doesn't resonate with me that much because I am not a father. There's a bunch of ants on me. Woo. I'm just living in bugs these days. Anyways, very cool interviews. He's just such an interesting guy, so that's what that is. This is an interesting interview. Kathy Wood from ARK Invest Fund talking about the future of Tesla, talking about the future of Bitcoin, talking about kind of where she thinks growth is going to be. Man, she's talking about Tesla. It's crazy how they got those Optimus robots. Then they're getting good, baby. At first, there was kind of nothing to see, but they're starting to dance. They're starting to have very dexterous fingers, and they can walk around and do work and do stuff. And he thinks, Tesla's going to turn into just a robo-taxi business. So all the cars, you're going to whip your Tesla to work and then let it go drive it as a robo-taxi all day and get you money, and then you're gonna have fleets of these things, and so that's gonna be massive. And then these Optimus robots are insane, and they think the applications are gonna be crazy. So in a couple years, it's gonna be Tesla all the way. So that's what's gonna be wild. And then also Bitcoin 15x in 5 years, which I think she's an exaggerator, but Bitcoin's shredding, and I love it, and I think it's cool. Anyways, very interesting interview there. What I'm reading, 1 Samuel. I actually just got through. I'm gonna have to change it to 2 Samuel because I got through 1 Samuel today. And man, my Bible adventures are going bananas. I'm still watching the entire Exodus series with Jordan Peterson and all of them, and I've been watching some other like Bible debates and like conversations between Alex O'Connor within Reason and other religious scholars. And it's crazy, man. And the really interesting thing is reading the Bible, reading the Old Testament. There's so much stuff in there I never knew, like the story of Saul and David and that whole arc of Solomon and Samuel and them. So much different than I ever thought and imagined. And there's because all of a lot of the violence and a lot of the crazy weird stuff that happens, they don't really tell you it in Sunday school, right? They're not like talking about, Saul's head getting chopped off and then putting his body on the wall of the city, and like you just don't you hear about David and Jonathan, but I don't remember learning that Jonathan died with Saul and all this, and yeah, it's just kind of weird. There's just a lot of, and like also Saul goes to this medium lady, and then like she conjures up dead Samuel's spirit to talk to Saul. It's like all this weird stuff. So it's just really crazy, honestly. It's very interesting and weird. And David just is a different character than I imagined, because it's like when he's running from Saul, he goes to the Philistines. Like, he killed Goliath, but then once he grows up and Saul tries to kill him and he runs away, he goes to the Philistines, and then he's fighting with some of the Philistines against Israel, and it's like this whole weird arc, and just everything's a lot different than I imagined, and just interesting. So that's getting crazy. And then the Exodus series and like these different ideas of who God is, and like the way the Old Testament portrays God. It's interesting. Jordan Peterson was saying, I'm going to do a huge video on this, but apparently Elijah or Elisha, or I forget which one, the main Bible, Old Testament Elijah, maybe, I don't know. Peterson was saying how he basically characterizes God as the voice of conscience within, right? That's how he thinks of God. And it's like so weird, because God is like a jealous God, and he's a God of, this and the God of that, and he's this way and he's that way, and he's all these things that seemingly are contradictory. And again, it just leads me to think of this. There's this weird unity, right? Where I think there's this unity of being that God is. And that's why he's everywhere, because he's everything, right? He's this unity of everything together. He's like, is the phenomenon of being. And so it's not like, I don't think it's like it seems like it's not a conscious person entity in the same way that we think of it. Like you say, hello, God, and he says, hello. It's not like that. It's like almost if you think about, if people are the cells in your body, and then you are God, right? So it's like, if your consciousness in your brain is God, right? You're this whole thing, this big body, this big thing, and then your body's like the universe, right? And you're God, and you're the universe. All the cells and all the little processes in your body are like the earth and the people and the things, and it's like you don't exactly know what's all going on in there, but you could like eat some antibiotics and it's gonna rip through your whole freaking gut biome and kill all this stuff and like do all this stuff, but it's not like that. It's like a phenomenon. It's like a system and a process and a phenomenon more than it is like a conscious being, the way we understand a conscious being to be. That's just kind of what I think. And maybe that's crazy, but that's just what it seems like based on all the seemingly contradictory aspects of God and the weird ways he shows up and acts, right? Where he changes his mind and he does this and he does that. And it just seems like God is reality and it has certain properties. So when you do certain things happen. And that phenomenon of the way reality interacts with you being a person, right? That's what people call God. So it's like, if you do this happens. But that's just a phenomenon more than it is God like doing this. It's not like God's like smite or like, destroy or whatever. It's like, if you act this way, these outcomes happen. And that is what they call God in the Old Testament, is what it seems like. But I don't know. I'm not freaking closed-minded on it. But anyways, that's kind of where I'm at. But man, it's been so interesting. All the people on the Jordan Peterson debate, that Jubilee debate, where he won't claim to be a Christian and all this, all those people that debated him are now going on all these other podcasts and shows, and like, it's just getting really interesting. But it's getting really weird. The cultural zeitgeist of religion and God and Christianity and everything is really getting freaking like sifted up into the consciousness like crazy. So it's getting wild out there. Okay, what I'm listening to, John Bellion album. Here we go. We're switching back. Sorry about that rant. Anyways, Don't Shoot. This is one of the songs I like the most from the album that's new, that wasn't a single. And then there's a new Bryce Vine album, and I liked The Days. Good vibe, good song. So those are my ones I'm listening. Okay, upcoming in like 2 days. One of the best songs I think I ever made. I made this with Selah, which Rob, I don't know if Rob and Tita are still watching, but it's Rob's, what would it be? Stepdaughter? I don't know. But anyways, she ripped it. She did a verse, and it's just such a freaking good song. It's crazy. I love it. And it comes out in 2 days. This is the art, and I'm so excited. I just never... Usually once a song gets to the point where it comes out, I don't like it anymore. I'm kind of sick of it, and I'm like, I don't know. But this, I'm just like 10 out of 10. Love it. So proud of it. Freaking so stoked. So it's a banger. So that'll be coming out soon. Subscriber section. No one entered into this yet, but the thing is you can, right? So anyone who's a subscriber, I think I'm going to change it to paid subscribers. I'm not sure, but you could just reply to the message or however you want to reach out to me. And this is a section for you to put stuff. So if you have some work you want to share, if you have an idea you want to share, if you want to respond to something I said in the last thing and share it with my audience. So for example, if I'm like, well, Bitcoin and da-da-da-da-da, and you're like, well, did you hear about this thing and da-da-da, then I can you can write me up a paragraph and I'll throw it in here or whatever. So it's a place for, people to get in front of my audience if you support me and you're on my blog. So yeah, I know. I can't wait to see the response from the song either. I'm going to rip ads. Look at some of these ads I'll show you real quick. Actually, it's kind of funny. I got the master of the song back when I was in Thailand. So I was just filming myself, like vibing out to it because it sounded so good and I was so excited. And so I have some of these ads. They're funny. I'll show you. Hold on. All right, Soldier Mix just came back, baby. I don't know if you That is a freaking banger. Let's go. Yeah, so the thing is with that, it's like, dude, I can't tell you the process of writing a song. And let's say I write a song, I love it. I love the song. The process of getting it from that point, getting it mixed, mastered, all put together, getting the art, making ads for it, uploading it, and the mixing and mastering process especially, getting it to the point where it's got mixed, I like it, it's got mastered, and I still like it. Usually, so often I get to the master, the mix phase, and the magic goes away. Because to get it to sound professional, it's got to change in a lot of ways for it to be able to sound good on a car speaker and on a phone and on everything. There's so much detail. And it just always loses the magic. And this one, I get the master back and I'm just like, yeah, it's like, I love it. And it just freaking sounds good and it feels how I want it to feel. And it's just freaking good. And so I was just on cloud nine when it freaking sounded good. And I love it. It's just, it's so hard. It's so freaking hard. I've been doing this for years and it's so hard to feel like that. And so I was just so happy that happened. So that was good. You know, it's funny too. It's so funny. I'm looking like Jesus so much these days, I feel like, as my hair grows out and stuff. And the host lady, she comes in and she's Hindu, but she's like, you look like a Christ. You look like the Jesus. And I'm like, yeah. And it's so funny because I'm reading the Bible. I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be like Christ, not look like Christ. But I've got the look down, especially as the hair grows. But I feel like Jesus was like Middle Eastern. So it's like, I look like white Jesus. I look like Anglo-Saxon white Jesus. But anyways, funny. Just a funny segue. And then this is the point where in the future it's going to go paywall mode. And I'm probably going to comp it for people who support me and have been here for a long time who maybe don't want to pay. But anyways, after this point in the blog, this written section and the photo dump is going to be behind the paywall as I build the paid section of the blog. And then there are also links to like get calls with me and stuff like that. But anyways, now that we're here, let's go for this photo dump. We'll go here. There's all kinds of good stuff in this photo dump this week. Okay, this is one of my favorite ones. So obviously you got my selfie here. This is me, Sunset Selfie Dan. Look at this. This made my freaking whole month. So I have this song called Ask Her Out, right? And it's about asking out a girl and not being scared. Well, this dude says, I listened to the song on repeat for 2 days to hype me up, and then I asked her out. Fast forward, now we're together. Thanks, man. Let's go! I love it. Oh, man, it makes me so happy to see that. It's like, that is the point. I love it. That's a freaking point. Let's go! I'll see you at the wedding. I don't know, but whatever. It's just like, man, with the music, I try so freaking hard, right? I make these songs. I love them. I feel like they're special. It's all this, so much thousands and thousands of dollars and time and effort goes into it. That music video, bro, that took me so freaking long. No one really watched it. So to see it have an impact just is, I don't know. It's just so heartwarming. It feels so good. It's so validating because I go so long with no one ever caring and like just falling on deaf ears. So really was freaking stoked to see that comment. I like that. Yes. Come on, baby. Let's go. Oh, man, it's so good. Okay, anyways. Sorry, maybe a little overhyped that. Okay, we got this cool bee. Look at this bee's new outfit. It's got all black, orange helmet, blue wings. What a cool bee. Never seen a bee like that. I was like, nice, dude. Nice fit, dude. He's like, I'm switching it up today, baby. I'm wearing a new outfit. Maybe that's like a FBI secret agent bee. Never before, but he got caught. He's like a secret agent bee. I don't know. Anyways, this is the cat. Okay, so these freaking cats, dude. There's about 3 cats, and they roam around the house. And I don't know what the deal is, but they yell all day and all night. And it's the sound like, or like, or what's the sound like? It's like, I can't make the sound, but you know the sound a cat makes. It's not a purr. It's not a. It's like a or like. I can't make the sound, frick, but I hear it all day, and they just yell all night, all day, and they just walk around the property and yell, and I'm like, stop doing that. And they fight, and they'll be like face to face, and they're like all day, and I'm just like, yo, chill. But anyways, pretty cute. And that one came in the house the other day. I was laying on the couch in the little bed there, and she was sneaking out. I don't think she saw me, and I'm laying there, see her coming in the house, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? And she's like, ran out. It was funny. But, so that was funny. Okay. This is one of the baby geckos, right? So I showed the eggs last week, but this is the baby, and I found it crawling around because this is about the size of most of the lizards, but the baby geckos are slow. The lizards are like very different, and they're fast and like wiggly. And this little baby gecko's just like, he can't move fast. He's just kind of like, and he just kind of crawls around. So that's how I knew it was one of the baby geckos, and its name is Pat. So this is, and we named the big gecko Roxy because it originally was Roger, but then I found out it's a girl. So now it's Roxy, and this is baby Pat, the gecko. So anyways. These are the clouds for the banner. Wow, I walked up the hill, and boy, oh, I'm so stoked to talk about this. So, okay, this is tea on the balcony. Okay, so I left the freaking house, dude. So the thing is, yeah, I was going a little crazy. I hadn't left the house. Is this a mosquito? Yes, it is. Yeah. Got him. I do not have any patience for mosquitoes because they bite me, and I literally hate it. But I just hit myself pretty hard. Anyways, we got him though. Sorry, we're back. Anyways, I was going crazy. I hadn't left the house for about 25 days, I think. And so I was like, okay, I need to get out of here. So I got my running shoes on, and I just walked up the hill. And boy, was it beautiful. And here's the thing about here. No tourists, dude. It's like, I could tell by the way people were looking at me, all the village people. It's like little mountainside village. Rice paddies, little shacks and houses. And the dogs were freaking out like, who's this white guy? Oh! And everyone's like, oh my gosh, but they're so nice. They're so friendly. Big smiles. Hello. All the grandmas, oh, hello. And they're so nice and like happy to see me and like, who's this? Wow. And they're smiling. And it was just such a cool vibe walking up here. But man, beautiful too. I'll show you here. So yeah, so this is the vibe kind of from the top of the hill. Real quick. Yeah, so very beautiful. Rice paddies. You could see the ocean, big clouds. Very nice. Wow. Then we got selfie. This is the temple. There's like a temple way up there, a Hindu temple. So that's very beautiful. Man, something about the temple with the clouds in the background, the big fluffy clouds in the background. I just love it. It's so beautiful. This is the part of the little village, right? Like this is what I'm talking about. It's like not tourist. It's like there's no whiteys around here. There's no tourists. It's just raw local Indonesian village. And so I'm like walking around and they're like, what the heck? Like sometimes my drivers come and they're like, bring my food and they're like, where are you from? What are you doing? And anyways, so it was really cool to get out of there. So I've been doing walks, not every day, but a lot of days I'll walk up to the top of the hill and get barked at by all the dogs, but it's very beautiful and everyone smiles at me and it's very nice. And it's just a really interesting, tranquil, nice vibe. It's like so peaceful and very nice. So, okay, I'm in, I don't know what province. It's the north side. It's called Sukasada. The city, it's right by Lavina, which is the beach town. The specific town that is down the hill from me is called Singaraja or Buleng. So those are kind of all the different names. I'm not sure what province, but it's the north. I'm basically up on the volcano. If you look at Bali on like north-south coordinates, there's like a volcano on the left side of the island, and I'm like up on that volcano, and it's right by Lavina, kind of up, but up in the mountains. It's like not by the city. It's like my Grab, when I order food, it takes 45 minutes to get here. So it's like freaking, I'm up. I'm in the freaking dude, it's wild. It's crazy. So it's really cool though. It's just different. These are these weird little voodoo guys that the lady hangs around the house and outside the gate and like on the shrines. Like there's a little, every house has like a little temple and shrine. So out in the garden, there's a bunch of the little Hindu shrines. And it's funny, they put like little candies and little offerings, little baskets of like flowers, and they put incense and these weird little guys. And I was like, what is that? And she's like, you just make it and give it as an offering. It's like a little piece of art. And so they make them out of palm leaves and then hang them everywhere. So it's kind of weird. Freaks me out a little bit. At first I was like, I went back there because sometimes random people come, like the neighbors or random people come through the garden and they give the offerings and stuff like 3 times a month, I think. So it's just kind of weird, I don't know what to think. But Hindu is very interesting. Hinduism. And the, Bali version of Hinduism is like a kind of new age version, because the original is from India, and it changed a lot because when Hinduism came to Bali from India, there was like pre-existing ancestor animal worship vibe over here, so it like mixed with the Hinduism. And yeah, so it's weird, like they eat turtles, but they got to get them. They eat them for special ceremonies, but they got to get them from the government. There's like special government turtles that you can get for the religion to eat, but you can't like catch a wild turtle and eat it. So that's kind of interesting. Let me see here if I got anything else. Oh, the last thing is I've been doing my Sunday Sabbaths. And so what I'm doing is I just do music all day because it's what I love. I'm like, I don't want to sit around all day and do nothing and rest necessarily, but like my rest and what gets me, I don't know. I feel like the thing I love is music. It's what I want to do. And my work, the work part of music, doing the ads, doing all the art, doing all the other kind of stuff, it gets in the way of me just vibing and doing music and really doing that. So I figured, okay, I'm making music. I'm connecting with music and doing the fun part of art. And I'm neglecting all my other responsibilities, my job, any other bullshit. I don't care. I'm not doing it on when the sun goes down tonight, Sabbath, and then it goes until the sun goes down tomorrow. And I just vibe out and I don't worry. I don't work out. I eat whatever I want. I just make music and vibe. And that's kind of what I've been trying. And it's so far been really good. And I'm making things I love and it's fun. And that's what it is. So maybe I'll play some demos at the end of this real quick to show you what I've been working on. But the thing is, I live stream all day. So I'm putting a link in my email. So if you click the link in the description here, there will be you can go to my blog. And I'm going to put the link to my channel. If you subscribe me or you just go on my music channel, it's not my Wonderneath channel, but my music channel, I live stream all day. So you can come hang out with me. It'll probably be live Sunday in the Pacific time, Sunday at about 6 or 7 p.m. is probably when I'll be going live, and it's the morning for me. But I just leave it on all day while I make music. So if you want to come hang out with me and chill while I write and just hang out, because too, I think part of the Sabbath is community, and I'm freaking alone, dude. I got no one out here. So, maybe people want to come hang out. So that's kind of what I'm thinking with that. But it's been cool. So I'll play a little bit of demos real quick for you before I go. But I would like to invite people to that. And I'm going to start doing it on schedule, I think, so that people can pay, just pop in and say hi if they want, or they know that it's coming. But anyways, I just set up my new music. I set up a new situation on the streaming thing, so to play music. So I don't know if how well it's going to work. Let's see. So we're going to test it right now. And keep in mind, these demos are very rough. Because I just make them for a day. And so I have one that got inspired by what's his name? Samson. It's called Honey. It's kind of funny. But anyways, let's go for, this is really bad singing, but it's just a ukulele singing vibe. And it's kind of a love song kind of thing. But tell me who wrote it, who said I had to fall. She said, 'cause we already tried it, and all we're hiding this time, we could just rewind it. They say So that's just like an idea. That's why it sounds so bad and it's bad singing, because I just go, here's my idea, play it and leave it, and maybe I'll make it good later. This is interesting. This is called System. This part of this idea came to me in a dream and I recorded it on my phone. Also bad singing, but cool idea.
Thank you so much. Thanks, man.
This is a recording of my guy giving me the food.
Thank you so much. Thanks, man. Have a nice day, bro. You too. Take care.
You think life comes in a package, so you don't wanna take action. You got a 20-digit number, but when you try to track it, the only thing that's coming is a casket. It's so true. We all want next day delivery, and I know some never get it and some do, cause it shows up when it wants to. Yeah, destiny doesn't do DoorDash, the right time doesn't come prime. So I'm done trying to ship in the things I'm missing. Life is a mystery, love's not a system. Oh, yeah, life is a mystery. Life is a mystery. We got cheap wine to get us through the hard time, while our Amazon's stacking at the door. Cause when you get it when you want it, impatience is chronic, and half an hour feels like 4. That's so true. We all want next day delivery, and I know some never get it and some do, cause it shows up when it wants to. Yeah, destiny doesn't do DoorDash, the right time doesn't come prime. So I'm done trying to ship in the things I'm missing. Life is a mystery, love's not a system. Oh, yeah, life is a mystery.
This bridge is kinda cool.
You might, but you're only gonna get let down if it's not the right time. Ooh, but you can breathe a sigh of relief if you've got the wisdom to know that life's a mystery and love's not a system. And love's not a system.
I don't know if I should be playing these real rough demos because they're so rough, but it's just like I just let it be rough around the edges when it's an idea, and then I go through and like finalize, retrack all the vocals, make everything sound good, and like do everything right and better. But I don't stress about it sounding like shit when I'm making it. Okay, this might be one of my favorite ones though. This is freaking sweet, dude. It's called Free. Man, it just goes so hard. Yeah, come on, it's a banger. Ow. Got shot.
Your day get a little bit brighter at night. You got life and you got hope. Yeah. Try as you might to just hide on your other side. It's alright if you don't know. These rivers gon' run before we figure it out. Just take your day in the sun and don't look down. And say we're free to decide if anyone wants to go home. Cause if you just can't do it, free to decide if people remember you go. Take space in the boy, take a leave and get out. Sometimes the rain go a little bit harder at night. When it comes down on you, steady, yeah, it's fine, give it time in the dry when the sunrise. It'll get light again, just trust me. Yeah, the rivers gon' run before we figure it
Go
out.
twice on the
So
pre-chorus.
take your day in the sun and don't look down. Yeah, outside when you can feel it with that. Yeah, get over it, get over it, get over it now. Cause we're afraid to decide if anyone wants to go home. Cause if you just can't do it, we're afraid to decide if people remember you go. Take space in the boy, take a leave and get out the keep it on track, so just quit asking. But we're all free to decide if anyone wants to go home. 'Cause if you just can't.
Anyways, that's a vibe. I like that. We're going long on this stream today. This one's called Honey. This was inspired by Samson, story of Samson. It's very weird. This is a weird one. Bad vocals.
It's funny how we all enjoy a sick day, sick day. And mispronunciation is a nickname. Got a new nickname. And the time you got lost was the time of your life. It's a good time, a good time. Where everyone you know said you're dead wrong. You were the only one who was right. Something to eat. Out of the strong came something sweet. Written like a tragedy to cut my hair. You got 7 bowstrings, oh man, that's funny. The lion drinks blood, but it tastes like honey.
Something about it is a vibe.
You left your keys, but you left the doors unlocked. You got lucky, you thought you were running late, but you didn't set back your clock. Yeah, it seemed do. You gotta choose what you say when it rains. 'Cause out of the eater came something to eat. Out of the strong came something sweet. Written like a tragedy to cut my hair. You got 7 bowstrings, oh man, that's funny. The lion drinks blood, but it tastes like honey. And I know that everything doesn't turn out like you think, but give it time and silver lines and you'll find what you need. It's got nothing to do with your mood. I just hope that when you think you can't keep running, remember the taste of honey.
Need to put a tambourine in. I don't even know what the meaning of that is. Like, I kind of took it as the honey coming from the lion in the story of Samson is like good things can come from death, or bad things, not death necessarily, but bad things, you know. Good comes from bad. Seeing the good in the bad and the redemptive quality of bad things happen and redemption can come through. I don't know if that's like actually the meaning, but that's kind of what I took from it. So that's kind of an interesting little vibe there. And then this is literally no lyrics, but the melodies are fire. So this is just me singing like blah, 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 blah. No lyrics, just like singing random words, but it's called Half a Smile, and I just love it's like super bare bones, nothing, but it's a vibe.
Oh baby, yeah, it's only half a smile. Ooh, and I know I'm trying to do something. You go, you don't hesitate. Oh baby, there's only half a smile, maybe you do nothing, baby. Oh, don't you tell me lies, baby. Ooh, yeah. Oh baby, yeah. It's only half a smile. You know I love it.
I think the beat goes later.
It's only
The cool thing about that is that I took that big gamelan, or I forget what it's called. It's like a big marimba, Balinese marimba thing that's here. The problem with it is that it's not like in any key. It's like in a random key. It's like in tune with itself, but you can't play it. I'm like, what key is this in? It's like not in a key, because it's just, dude carved it, right? So what I did is I sampled it with my mic, took a bunch of sounds from it and recorded it. And then I turned it into a virtual instrument that I can play with my MIDI keyboard. So now I have this cool sound that's like this custom, like freaking Balinese thing. Ding, 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 ding. And I could just play it on my MIDI keyboard. So I've been doing that for songs. So it's like this cool, like little custom instrument, which maybe that's dumb. I don't know, but it's fun. Because I kept trying to play that thing with other songs and other things. I'm like, some notes would fit, but it's like it's not a standard key. So just like you can't jam with it. Like it's just weird. Which was a bummer, but I at least took the sound. Anyways, this is one of my longest updates ever, but I guess it's because you guys were hanging out with me. Oh, that's a banger. Love's not a system. Yeah, life is a mystery. Love's not a system. The song's like about how everything is like systematized these days, like Amazon, and like everything is like you get next day delivery and you get your food delivered and you get everything blah blah blah. And so it's like you almost expect the normal parts of life, like marriage or family or love or relationships or friendship or destiny or fate or whatever it be, these kind of things that are like amorphous, right? You expect it to be like Amazon, like where's my destiny, where's my girlfriend, like what the heck, like where's my girlfriend? I'm like swiping where so it's like funny. I don't know, that's kind of what it's about, so that's interesting. But I feel like it is very poignant. It's funny how hard it is to make a song that's like about something like that, right? It's like I feel like love songs are a dime a dozen because I don't know, it's just easier, I guess. It's like the most common feeling, it's the most strong feeling, and it's easier. But like making a song that's like about a esoteric concept, like a social commentary on like Amazon delivery and stuff, like it's just, I don't know, it's a lot harder to sit there and come up with the lyrics for that, but more rewarding and fun. But anyways, I'm going ham tomorrow. I got a cool AI STEM track out that I'm gonna make a song from, and I'm gonna probably dig into some of those other songs I just played. But good to see you guys, or I guess not see you, but thanks for coming on here. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I actually really do appreciate it because I'm freaking solo mode out here. Usually I get no viewers, and I'm by myself, so it's really nice that you guys hung out with me. I super appreciate you. Miss you. Hopefully I could see you soon. I think I'm gonna pop back into the States for December and January, maybe. I don't know. But anyways, that's that. Have a good week. We'll see you either tomorrow or next week. Happy Sunday. Bye.